Hello, friends. Welcome back. Want to make just a kind of fun video to showcase more of my indicator because, like I told you, this is what I'm going to do in the coming days, weeks, and months. This indicator in the background that you're seeing with the colors in the background, this is my indicator, and I have been playing around with this, and I'm going to show you why it's way better than anything that you have ever seen. Let's compare this to the moving average cross. Okay, this is a very popular indicator among many traders, especially those channels that like to tell people who are new into trading that these indicators are extremely good. And don't get me wrong, they are good indicators. Okay, it's just that they are extremely bad compared to my own indicator. So I have been looking at this chart, playing around with this. Again, you know my story, okay? I don't even have a full year of trading experience. In fact, actual trading experience, like being engaged consistently, I don't even have like 2 months, possibly only 1 month. And yet, with all of that, I have managed to create one of the best indicator, if not the best indicator in the entire world. So I obviously don't know much about other trading technicals like many other people do. For example, I don't know much about the Elliott wave theory or even the moving averages. I just have seen videos, many videos, people talking about this, especially moving average. It's like possibly the most popular indicator. So again, let's just go back to the point and I'll show you why it's so popular. I mean, why it's so superior. My trading indicator is so superior to this. So, this moving average cross gives also short and sell signals, I mean, long signals. So, what we get is essentially whenever you see the cross, that means a signal has been triggered. And what you see in this case, the orange line up above the green line, that's a long. And when you see the green line below, I mean above the orange line, that's a short. Okay, so far so good, very similar functioning. So let's compare this. So you can see, for example, let's take a look at this long. So my indicator actually longed way earlier than this other MI cross because this was the first bullish signal that my indicator got. Okay, and this signal lasts all the way until this one. So you could say this long was very similar for my indicator and the moving average cross, okay? Very, very similar. However, this is where things get interesting. When we switch to the short signal, both my indicator and the moving average cross have the same trigger in this candle. The same trigger, okay? So this is what my indicator does. Let's go with replay and let's kind of slow it a little bit so people can appreciate this more. Okay, so take a look. Okay, so it was kind of neutral. My indicator was telling me, oh wait, there could be some problems, but the long signal remains. Okay, then this is where it turns neutral, and finally it gives a short signal. Look at this. By the time the moving average signal in the what's it called in the candle, it's one candle after my indicator first detects it. So you can notice the short still ongoing. So far so good. However, wait. uh, so we got this. Okay, so the short was profitable to some degree, to some extent. It was a very small short, but we can see that the indicator, my indicator, quickly corrects and tells me it's going to long right there, right here. This is where it goes to. It tells me the indicator that I should be longing. So take a look. The moving average is still on a short signal. Okay, the moving average is telling you that there's still room to short this asset. Let's continue with this. The price keeps on going extremely strong. Look at this. This is no joke, guys. My indicator is way better than this. You saw the moving average kind of form around this candle. But the moving average is also reactionary. It's not static. That means by the first time it actually triggers, it could not be the actual trigger because it could change. My indicator is real time. That means it detects the movements right as they are developing. Okay, let's continue with this. So finally, this right there is the end short signal of the moving average. By that candle, because this is not at the level where it's actually ends, it merely represents the candle where it's where the trigger ends. So you can see that from this candle, that remember this is a short signal. Okay, by this candle, we're talking 8% difference. Okay, this is a massive loss. Okay, if you have let's say a 20 average, I mean 20 leverage, or even maybe some 10 leverage, this is a massive loss. Okay, this already triggers your stop loss if you set it on 20%, 25%. uh, if it's a little bit higher, possibly 30%, it will not trigger. Maybe it really depends on the leverage that you're trading with. But look at this. This is a massive loss, guys. Okay, this is a good chunk of money that you lost just by taking the advice of this trash that you see with the moving average. I mean, my indicator, this is what it actually does. Let's go back and do this again. Okay. Okay, so we're in the long. We don't care really about because both these indicators, mine and the moving average, were good on this long. Okay, it was profitable for both. However, you can see my indicator goes short one candle before the actual moving average trigger. It keeps on going with the short. It was profitable for a while, like I told you. But then this candle, this next one, changes everything basically. So you can see my indicator tells me right there it's going too long. Okay. Assuming that you enter the trade and you don't exit until the next signal actually triggers, this is neutral. Okay. You don't have any losses right there. No, not a single loss right there. Okay. And then my indicator keeps on going. Okay. It was neutral, but it was telling me it was still in the long. And look at this, very profitable long. By the time the trigger of the moving average finishes, you're talking a massive loss right there. Okay, so look at this. The comparison is not even okay. I was signaling with this white line only the actual triggers of the moving average, not the candles. If we take a look at the candles, it will look like this. Okay, this is an insane loss. If we take a look at my indicator, the way it actually forms, this is, I believe, somewhere around here is where it's the short signal was triggered, and this is where it actually ends. Let's make it maybe blue so it can be differentiated, an even darker blue. So look at this. This, the blue line is my indicator, no losses, even profit to some extent. This white line is the moving average indicator. Absolute loss. Like absolute loss, guys. This does not even compare to the power of my indicator. Another one, look at this. We'll have to zoom in so you can see this was a short signal. Okay. By the time that it triggers, in the candle of the moving average to the point it ends with this candle right there, we're talking also a massive loss. Whereas my indicator, this is where it triggers, somewhere around here, and this is where it ends, right there. Let's just examine this also in replay. Again, very slowly so you can see how it actually goes. So still on the short, that's where it kind of changes to neutral. Still on short. Okay, my indicator very quickly it changes. It tells me no longer shorting, it's time to go long. Actually from the very first candle right there. Whereas the moving average is still on the short. I mean, look at these guys. This doesn't even compare to the power of my indicator. Look, and look how it goes. By the time you exit the short, you're talking a massive loss again. This could be a liquidation if you're going with high enough leverage, or actually just a major loss, maybe 30%, 40% loss. It really depends again on the leverage. But my indicator has no, basically, I don't really have any competition with this. None. If we actually exit replay, you'll notice that if we go to that same segment right there, the power of my indicator again, it's extremely efficient, extremely efficient, guys. And examples like this will be found pretty much everywhere. Okay, everywhere. For example, another one here, right there. It tells me to short in this position. It tells me to exit the short right there. So it was kind of profitable again, very similar to my indicator. The long was profitable to some extent. So you can see all of that. Okay, from the start to the end, very similar. Okay, this is the wait. This is the actual short actually. So this was a long. Yeah, this was a long actually. So take a look. This was a long for the moving average because the orange line is above the green line. A long. Okay, this is a long. So from this candle to this candle right there, it's a long according to the moving average. So the long according to my model starts around here and ends right here. So again, assuming that you enter the long and don't exit the long until the very end of the trend, this is neutral or even a minor loss. Right there, this is a massive loss. So this is clearly a liquidation level loss. Okay, this doesn't even compare. So this is a good long for the moving average, but again, nothing really compares to my indicator. Okay, we're talking extreme efficiency because this is real time. Okay, this is real time. So that's basically all I have to say for this video. Again, it was a fun video, a fun experiment. Look, another loss right there for the moving average. A long look at this. So I will keep, like I told you, showcasing my indicator, the powers of my indicator. You can follow my trades, not so much as in copy trading yet. I might do a copy trading service. I don't know, but you can follow the trades and the notes that I publish on Twitter because those are kind of more active. It takes me kind of some time to make a video and prepare it for YouTube. So again, guys, be ready for the signals group. It's going to be extremely powerful. So like, share, and subscribe for the work, and I'll see you guys next time.